you want one. So today we are discussing the topic is the adsorption in solution and the application of adsorption, students. So solid can adsorb. Solid means solid charcoal. Adsorb the solute from solution. It means we are using here solution. When the solution acetic acid in water shaken with charcoal, the part of the acid adsorbed by the charcoal. So look at this, students. We are using the acetic acid water solution. I am using here 90 ml of water and the 10 ml of 10 ml of acetic acid to form the 100 ml of acetic acid solution. To form 100 ml of the acetic acid solution. So acetic acid solution, that is 100 ml, in which we are adding the charcoal C. So then, students, the charcoal powder C adsorb the acetic acid CH3 CH3 COOH adsorbed by the charcoal powder. So it means whatever the amount of acetic acid present, the 10 ml of acetic acid, all the 10 ml of acetic acid adsorb on the surface of the charcoal. Acetic acid 10 ml completely adsorb on the surface of the solid charcoal, students. It means the concentration of acid decrease in the solution. Right, students? Similarly, litmus solution, blue litmus or red litmus solution, shaken with charcoal. Then what happens, students? We know the charcoal is the two types. Sorry, litmus is the two types. So if you use the blue litmus, in which we add the charcoal powder, then the blue is turns into colorless. It means the whatever the blue color component is there, the blue component responsible for this litmus solution, all the concentrated solutions are adsorbed by the charcoal powder. Restaurants. So and similarly, if you use the red litmus solution, if red litmus solution, again you are adding the charcoal, then it turns into the colorless. Students, the color component completely adsorbed and the water remains left here. Right, we are using the litmus solution. Right. Similarly, magnesium hydroxide attain blue color when precipitated in the presence of the magnesium reagent. Magnesium reagent means 4,4-nitrophenyl azo resorcinol. So this is the magnesium reagent. So the color due to the adsorption of magnesium. So whatever this magnesium is there, so this magnesium which act as a adsorbent, so which is adsorb the precipitated magnesium hydroxide becomes blue color when precipitated in presence of magnesium reagent, the color due to the adsorption of magnesium. So why it appears the blue color? Because the magnesium hydroxide is precipitated presence of the magnesium reagent. So color due to the adsorption of magnesium. So when this magnesium act as a adsorbent, which is adsorb the magnesium hydroxide on the surface. So that's why the magnesium attain the blue color. Right. The following observation has been made in case of the adsorption from solution. So extent of adsorption decreases increasing temperature. Right. So students, when you use the charcoal powder in which you are adding the any gaseous particles. So gaseous particles are easily occupy on its surface at normal pressure, at normal temperature. When you are using the charcoal which have a temperature is 100 degrees Celsius, then what happens, students? the when charcoal becomes the 100 degrees Celsius or any x temperature, during which it liberating the amount of heat. So due to that heat, no one gas particles are occupied on the surface of the charcoal, because it liberating heat. When it liberating heat, the heat should be uh, push the gas particles away from the charcoal. So no one gas particles are occupied. So temperature increases, adsorption decreases. So here no adsorption with high temperature. At normal temperature, if there is a adsorption occurs. Right, students? Adsorption increase with increased surface area of adsorbent. Okay, no problem. Adsorption increases with increased surface area. Definitely, students. The already many times we discussed. Here the less surface area, so less particles are occupied here. Right. So if we the same, this species, this is the one of solid crystal. This is one of the solid crystals in which the particles are occupying here. Right. 8 particles are occupying here. 8 particles. When we break this crystal, make into small pieces, it turns into like this. Right, students? So tell me, students, which one have a large surface area? Either this broken particle or this one single crystal. Exactly, students. The broken particle have a large surface area as compared to this single crystal, because the small fine particle, the finally divided particle, the which having the large surface area, the particles are occupying here also. Particles are here occupying in this, all the portions they are occupying here. It means the after dissociation, whatever the inner particles are there, inner particles are also active toward the adsorption. Inner particles, but here inner particle is not active here. Inner particles are active toward the absorptions. Right? So surface area here large, so more adsorption gas particles are occupied as compared to this one. Extent of adsorption depend upon the concentration of the solute in solution. Extent of adsorption depend upon concentration of solute in a solutions. So extent of adsorption depend upon nature of the adsorbent and adsorbate. So okay, students. So here the first one, the third one, the concentration. Concentration means the solution which having the high concentration, 1 molar concentration, so adsorption is high. If I am using the concentration 0.1, the less concentration, so adsorption is less, and it's here the adsorption is more. Right, students? Okay. Extent of adsorption depend upon nature of adsorbent and adsorbate. We are already discussed the adsorbate and nature of the adsorbent and adsorbate. So nature of the adsorbent, that is the high surface area. High surface area, adsorbent having the high adsorption, and adsorbate, the number of gas particle which is more easily liquefied, more easily liquefied. So more easily liquefied gases are act as a good adsorbate. The mechanism of adsorption from solution is not known. The Freundlich has comparing the relationship between the adsorption and the concentration. Here adsorption is directly proportional to the x, k into c. So x by m is proportional to k into c to the power n. So last time we had discussed, students, here x by m k to the power n. So it means the partial, or you may say the intermediate adsorption. Right? If the intermediate adsorption, the adsorption is intermediate. In the intermediate adsorption, there is the adsorption is not too low, not too high. It is a moderate absorption. It is a moderate type of adsorption here. So as the pressure slightly increase, the slightly absorptions are take place here. Right, students? So C is the equilibrium concentration. So here the equilibrium attained here. C is the equilibrium concentrations attained here. When adsorption is complete, taking the logarithm, when adsorption completely stop, When adsorption is completely solved, it means the adsorptions are attain the saturation state. Saturation state. So to find the what is the equilibrium constant, so that's why we are using the applying the log k log x by m is equal to log k plus 1 by n log c. Measurements. So with the help of this, we have to find the equilibrium constant. What is the how much amount of the adsorption will take place at fixed concentration. Plotting x by m against c, straight line obtained which show the validity of the Freundlich isotherm. So if we plot the graph in this form, x by m against c, so it moves in this straight form. Adsorption increase the concentrations. This can be tested experimentally. Taken the different solution of acetic acid, equal volume of solution added to the equal amount of charcoal. It like this, students. 1 molar concentration, 0.1 molar concentration, 0.01 molar concentration, like this. So different concentration solution adsorption is different. Concentration high, adsorption is high. Concentration low, adsorption is low. Equal volume of solution added to the equal amount of the charcoal in different flask. So final concentration is determined by the in each flask after adsorption. The difference initial and final concentration give the value of x. So using the above equation, the Freundlich established the equation, that is the log x by m is equal to log k and plus log c to the power n. Students, this is apply. So it means in this equations what we find here, he find the equilibrium constant between the adsorption and concentration. Students, so next is the application of adsorption. Production of high vacuum. The remaining traces of air can be adsorbed by the charcoal from vessel evacuated by the vacuum pump to give high vacuum. So it means, friends, the whenever a chamber which contain the number of particulated part air, it means the fine dust particles or some other the polluted particles are present here. So we want to eliminate this all the dust particles or polluted particles from this chamber. So then what we have to do, either we have to add the charcoal here, right? If you add the charcoal powder or some other the condenser method, the all the particles are attracted to the move toward the condenser. In this condenser they are attracted toward the charcoal here. They attracted, all the particles are attracted here on the surface of charcoal. Then this chamber becomes free from dust or trace particles. Okay, students, the next one, the gas mask. The nowadays due to the COVID-19, the all we are using all the peoples are using the mask. Why we have to use the mask? Because the mask will be protect from the while we are breathing, it protect from the some germs and some bacteria, some virus. So this when we are use the activated charcoal mask, the gas mask which consists the charcoal mixture as a adsorbent. So usually while breathing, the coal mines absorb the poisonous gas. All the poisonous gas and the other the particulate particles remains trapped in this the outer surface, and the fresh air pass through this mask, students. Similarly, the whatever the here the look at here the charcoal mask or emit the yellow color, the poisonous gases are there here. The poisonous gases are trapped over this the charcoal powder, and the fresh air is passed through this mask, students. So gas mask means the activated charcoal act as a adsorbent. Third one, control humidity. Silica and the aluminum which are act as a adsorbent. When we use the silica gel which is adsorb the moisture on its surface. which absorb the moisture on its surface. Alright students. Like this. Aluminium also which use the act as adsorbent to absorb the H2O particles. Right. So the some silica pouch. I think you found that the some silica pouch in the new bags. Right. So whatever the new bags are there, the bags in which the silica pouch should be kept, because silica which act as a good adsorbent which absorb the moisture. Right students. Fourth one, removal of coloring matter from a solution. This is a solution. In this solution we are adding the animal charcoal by absorbing color impurities. When we are adding the charcoal in this color solution, then the charcoal which absorb the color particulate and it turns into colorless. Right students. Heterogeneous catalysis. Heterogeneous means students the reactant and catalyst both are in a different phase or different state, called as heterogeneous catalysis. Right students. So adsorption of reactant on a solid surface increase rate of reaction. So adsorption of the reactant on the solid surface catalyst increase the rate of reactions. So there are many gaseous reaction industrial importance involving the solid catalyst. So industrial process, like for example students, the nitrogen gaseous state, hydrogen also gaseous state, during in which we are using the iron catalyst 2NH3. So iron is a solid substance, so gaseous reactant but solid catalyst. So this is the heterogeneous catalyst. So why this happened? Because these gaseous particle, nitrogen and hydrogen, both are occupied on the surface of the catalyst. Nitrogen and hydrogen are occupied surface of the catalyst. The catalyst which releasing energy. With the help of that energy, reactant particles are dissociate. Nitrogen molecule turns into nitrogen atom. Hydrogen molecule turns into hydrogen atom. Then nitrogen and hydrogen both are combined to form ammonia. Right students? So here the one example given here, the manufacture of ammonia by iron catalyst and the sulfuric acid H2SO4 in a contact process. So contact process example I given here, the platinum surface, sulfur dioxide and oxygen both are occupying on the surface here. So sulfur dioxide in which the oxygens are dissociated to form oxygen atom, we are separated, then it forms one sulfur trioxide, 1 mole. Again this is the another sulfur dioxide react to form the 2 moles of sulfur trioxide. Right students? Separation of inert gases. So different degree of adsorption of gas charcoal. So the charcoal which is adsorb the gas particle at the different temperature. Charcoal particle adsorb the gas particle at the different temperature. Look at here students, all the noble gas are there. The first initially we are passing the just noble gas, we are passing the mixed noble gas, we are passing. Some gases are, all the gases are entered here, but the charcoal powder adsorb only xenon at this temperature. At this particular specific temperature only xenons are absorbed. Remaining unadsorbed gas move to the next chamber. Here we are applying some specific temperature, then argons are adsorbed here. Again unadsorbed particles move toward the next chamber. So this activated charcoal adsorb the krypton. Right students? So again unadsorbed gas move toward this next chamber. So in this next chamber, when we apply the 93 Kelvin temperature, so it absorbs the neon. Again less than 93 Kelvin temperature, again the helium gas move here, helium gas adsorb here less than 93 Kelvin temperature. right students. So this is the reason students. So in this case we are separating the all the noble gas, we are separating here all the noble gas separating with using the this chamber, right students. Here in this chamber the charcoal act as a adsorbent which absorb the different gas at the different temperature, right students. So curing disease. So whenever the body skin cut or wounds are happened in our skin, then we are apply the antiseptic powder or we are applying the turmeric powder. So turmeric powder or some antiseptic powder which act as a kill the germs and absorb by them, right. So what are the drugs we are applying, either the cream or the turmeric powder or some other antiseptic cream we are applying over the wounds or the cutting part of the body, then it act as a absorb and kill the germs here, right students. Froth flotation process. So sulfide ore is concentrated by separating it from silica and other earth matter. This method using the pine oil and the frothing agent. So when we are using here this is the one of the froth flotation method students. This froth flotation method you have to discuss in your next chapter, that is the general principle and isolation chapter. We will discuss detail form. So here in short form I explain. So in this case students, the low grade of sulfide ore concentrated, it means collected or separated from the silica of the earth matter, and method using the pine oil and some other agent. So in this particle, in this the sulfide ore, we want to separate the sulfide ore. What are the element is there? The element is surrounded by the sulfides. Element means any metal. The metal is surrounded by the sulfides. So these sulfides are separated. The sulfides are separated by using this method. So with this compound we are adding here, and along with this compound we are adding some the pine oil frothing agent we are adding here students, and we are passing air and started to be rotating. This is the rotating paddle, is started to be rotated. During the rotation, all the sulfide ore, whatever the matter is there here, the ore particle, all the sulfide ore are collected over the surface of the silica. So silica which is absorb the sulfide, right students. This is the froth flotation method. Adsorption indicator. So certain precipitation such as the silver halide have a property of absorbing some dyes like ozone, fluorescent, etc. They are producing the characteristics color at the end. So when we are using the silver halide property absorbing some dyes. Dyes means color component. So silver halides, it means the silver chloride, silver bromide, silver iodide. So these silver components are absorbed by the different dyes, absorb and give the characteristics color right students. So it means the when we are using the silver halide, in which the drop we are adding this dyeing agent. So dyeing agent absorb the specific color and it turns into another color. It means this specific color indicated that is it silver chloride, silver bromide, silver halide, they are indicated. Yes students. Last one is the chromatography analysis. In this chromatography, based on the phenomenon of adsorption, find a number of application in analytical industry field. So students, so chromatography means chromo means the color, graphy means study, right? So here students, if here I mix here blue, red, violet, etc. color, I mix it to form one mixture. I prepare one mixture here, mixture color, right? This mixture. So I want to separate all the color from this mixture. What I have to do then, that here in the one of the long necked tube we are using here, this we call this last time we are discussed in we have seen in lab, that is the test tube students. Sorry, not test tube. Okay, burette students, burette. This is a burette. In this burette we are adding the color mixture. What are the color we are using now? The blue, violet, red, etc. color mixture I am using here. This mixture I am adding here. Right. After adding, so this blue, violet and red colors are adsorb at the silica. Here I am adding the silica. In this burette I am adding silica. So silica absorb the color blue, violet, red. These are absorb the different layer, right? So after observing different layer, the blue collected in the fourth chamber. Again red collected in the fourth chamber, fourth conical flask, and the blue collected on the fifth conical flask, and again finally the violet is collected at the last one. So it means in this method we are separating the red color, blue color and violet color we are separating here. Right students? So this is the chromatography method. Okay students, this is our today topics. I hope you understood. If you have any doubt, then students ask me. Thank you.